Hello. Compared to the week gone, the week ahead looks different weather-wise in that there'll be more rain around. Rain totals totting up right across the country as this chart shows, but where we see the green colours appear, the hills of Wales, parts of Scotland, we could see 60 to 80 millimetres of rain before the week is out. Not just wet, it's going to be windy at times. Some of the windiest conditions will be through Tuesday and into Wednesday around some of these western areas. Gusts of wind maybe up to 60 miles an hour. Bear that in mind if you've got any of this week under canvas or if you're on the move.
Good morning, both, and a happy Easter bank holiday weekend to you as well. Easter Monday today, of course. Some of us still on holiday. What's the weather going to be like? Well, nothing like it was last week. What we're looking at this week is much wetter conditions. It's much more unsettled. There will be some sunshine, but it's going to be windy at times as well. Gusty winds, particularly later tomorrow, overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and Wednesday itself in the west.
And the weather over Easter weekend has been all over the shop, hasn't it? You might want to know what's coming up in store for the rest of the week.
It's not so good this morning, though. Goodness gracious, we'll just have to take Raz's word for the fact that that's Havant in Hampshire, Carol, won't we? It could be anywhere.
Could definitely be our windows
right
this morning.
Absolutely right, both. Good morning, everybody. It's a wet start to the day. If you haven't yet looked out the window or even gone outside, you can see the extent of the rainfall we've had through the early hours of today. It's in this great big curl, all pushing northwards and also eastwards, with showers following on behind.
Because I expect some people might have some fairly inclement weather, Carol, today. Yeah, look at that face.
Yes, indeed, Roger. Yes, good morning, everybody. It's going to be a wet day ahead. In fact, you can see here from one of our weather watchers pictures, it's been wet already this morning in Herefordshire, and it's not just Herefordshire, but it is indeed a mild start to the day for most. Plymouth 11, Belfast about 7 degrees. Beyond that, the weather does remain unsettled. There'll be rain or showers at times. There'll be a wee bit of sunshine. But as we head into the weekend, it looks like it's going to turn a little bit milder. Nina and John.
A little bit more sunshine towards the weekend. Thank you so much, Carol. By the way, this is Roger.
What did I say?
Carol, please don't worry. I've been called far worse. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Oh, Roger, my apologies.
No one would recognise
so
John without his
lovely.
beard. I wish I could grow one quite as lush. Thank you very much. Luscious.
Oh, you're just as gorgeous.
Thank you very much, Carol. It's
11. You're just as gorgeous, John.
11 minutes to 8. Let's have a look at the weather, see what it's got in store for us. It's a bank holiday in many parts of the UK, not everywhere today. Morning, Carol. How's it looking?
Good morning, Roger and Nina. Good morning to you too. It's looking unsettled, Roger, in a word. First of all, I'm going to start off with the pollen levels today. They're moderate or high across much of the UK. And we're talking tree pollen, so the likes of birch and ash, for example. And through this week, again, they're going to be moderate or high for much of the UK, with varying places seeing high and moderate.
There she is. Morning.
Good morning, both. Good morning to you too. It's a wet start to the day, and in fact this week is going to be much more unsettled than it was last week, but there will still be some sunshine in the forecast. It's going to be wetter than it was last week, and it's also going to be pretty windy at times as well. So just how wet is it going to be? Well, here's the key here. This looks at the next 5 days rainfall amounts, and by the time we get to Friday you can see some green hues appearing, especially so in the west. So that tells us that in some of the western hills we could have as much as 70, possibly to 80 millimetres of rain, so quite a deluge. The wind is also going to be a feature from tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night and in through Wednesday. These areas here represent the Met Office yellow weather warning for the strength of the gusts between 40 to 60 miles an hour. So if you're still on holiday, maybe you're camping, do bear that in mind. Now this is an area of low pressure which is coming our way, and overnight Tuesday into Wednesday it will continue to drift northwards and eastwards. The squeeze in the isobars telling you it's going to be windy, and the rain continuing across Scotland with snow above about 400 metres. But we could see wintry showers across the Pennines, the mountains of Wales and also the moors, and the showers will be quite frequent. These black circles represent the strength of the gust of wind, so remember if you're doing anything outdoors to bear that in mind. And our temperatures once again up to about 13 or 14. And Roger and Nina, it remains unsettled for the rest of the week.